Hey Falcon fans, I'm Thomas Mott. Let's jump into the latest Falcons news and rumors here on a Thursday, as a lot is going on 1 week away from the April 29th NFL Draft. And of course, that means we have a new mega mock draft here. Normally it's like, let's look at Todd McShay's mock draft, or let's look at Mel Kiper's mock draft. The two big mock drafters from ESPN have now joined forces and created what I like to call the mega mock draft. And so essentially, Kiper and McShay have alternated picks in their latest 3-round mock draft. And of course, we will look at what the Falcons have, not only at number 4 overall in this mock draft, but later on rounds as well. I mean, second round, third round, those are two very important picks that not a lot of people in Atlanta are really worried about, because everybody's focusing in on number 4 overall. Because, I mean, the question really is, take a quarterback, or are you not going to take a quarterback? And of course, I've talked about how if you don't take a quarterback, you should trade back. But no matter what I want them to do, it's a matter what Kiper and McShay want them to do here on this show. So let's start with the top 3. Okay. Trevor Lawrence goes 1, Zach Wilson goes 2, and Justin Fields goes number 3. And this is the real concern, I think, for a lot of Falcon fans, right? If Fields is there at 4, Falcons are probably going to do Justin Fields and take him. If he's not there, though, well, that becomes the big question mark. And so McShay and Kiper here have them going Kyle Pitts at number 4 overall. As many people know, the best tight end prospect in many, many years, and people are saying it's a matchup nightmare. This would mean, though, they're passing on Trey Lance and Mac Jones, which I think the Mac Jones side of things makes sense. Trey Lance is going to be a very hard one for the Falcons to go and pass up on, but I would still probably do it if I was sitting there at number 4 overall. Now, McShay got this first pick, and he has the quote here on Kyle Pitts at number 4. Quote, "There's, of course, a decent chance new coach Arthur Smith gets his quarterback of the future with this pick, but I'm not passing on a multi-dimensional offensive nightmare, goodness, like Kyle Pitts. He can be used all over the formation and is nearly impossible to cover." Now, that may be true. The problem is the Falcons don't really need a tight end, right? If you currently look at what they have at the tight end spot, they traded for Hayden Hurst last year. They still have Jaden Graham and Lee Smith. I think they're fine at tight end, and I understand the hype around Kyle Pitts. I think he's a little bit overhyped, but I think that you need to sit back and understand, if you are the Atlanta Falcons, that trading back would be a lot better move. And I know it's a mock draft here, and so you can't really trade back. At least they didn't do that here with any of these draft picks, and so I understand it. It makes sense. But at the same time, trading back would be a lot better than Kyle Pitts, because Atlanta has way bigger needs than adding another weapon when they already have one of the best weapons in the NFL in Julio Jones. Obviously, Calvin Ridley, a great number 2, and what we hope will be a running back at some point, not only in this mock draft, but in the actual draft as well. I just think as you sit back here and you go, okay, Atlanta, figure what you need to do, what you need to do at number 4. The question really centers around if Fields is there or not. Okay, let me do you guys think about this question. Would you be happy with Kyle Pitts at number 4 overall? If you would, type Y down below for yes. If you would not be happy, like I would not be happy, then type N down below for no. Let's go and take a look at the picks that were taken before the Falcons' second-round mock pick. Obviously, again, there might just be Mel Kiper's mock pick because they're going back and forth. You had Zaven Collins, a linebacker out of Tulsa, go to the Bills. Landon Dickerson went to the Chiefs. The Super Bowl champion Bucks took Jalen Mayfield out of Michigan. Travis Etienne went 33, and Azeez Ojulari went 34. 2 options for the Atlanta Falcons, big time, just went off the board before this mock draft, and obviously Najee Harris was not available as well. They went with the 3rd best running back in this draft class, in my opinion. That is Devonta Williams out of UNC. I mean, this is a guy who might even be the best running back in this draft class, if not for the Travis Etienne and Najee Harris hype. And this, to me, is an absolutely perfect pick for the Atlanta Falcons. They need to go ahead and get a running back. He's a powerful runner who breaks a lot of tackles, but still has a lot of breakaway speed. He needs to obviously work on the pass catching out of the backfield a little bit more, but Atlanta just needs someone to run the football, right? They cut a guy like Ito Smith a couple of weeks ago, and then they went out and signed Mike Davis before that to be, I guess, the number 2 running back. They need someone else to go ahead and share the load, and Williams is finally finally a pick that addresses the running back spot, something that the Atlanta Falcons have not really had since Devonta Freeman years ago, and then they overpaid him, and were left with basically nothing, including the bones of Todd Gurley this past year in 2020. All right, let's go ahead and go to their 3rd-round draft pick here, the final mock pick in this mega mock draft by Kiper and McShay. It's Elijah Molden, the cornerback, going off the board here at number 68 overall in round 3. Now, he's a good cornerback, and a cornerback that I really, really like. The problem is he's more of a nickel guy, right? And I think the Atlanta Falcons would much rather have somebody on the outside. I know that currently Isaiah Oliver will probably be the starter opposite of A.J. Terrell, but I think if you can upgrade over Oliver and get in a legit starter in the 2nd or 3rd round, that would be pretty exciting for a lot of Falcon fans. Again, Molden can play on the outside, but he's a little bit undersized and is better overall in the nickel spot in terms of being able to go and find the football and make some big plays. Now, again, this is a need, and I think cornerback's a good pick here, and overall, I think the mock draft is pretty great. I'm just not sure Molden is the right fit overall for the Atlanta Falcons and what they need from an outside cornerback perspective, seeing as he plays on the inside. Still a great player. Again, only played in 4 games this past year, but will be a top 3 round draft pick, and I think the Falcons would have, again, a very solid mock draft if these 3 were all of the picks, regardless of how I feel about Kyle Pitts at number 4. Grade the Kiper McShay mock draft down below right now in the comments section. A, B, C, D, or F. I'd give this one a B- because, again, you trade back, you get additional second-round draft picks. It would be a lot better idea than drafting Kyle Pitts, but obviously they couldn't do that here with a no-trade mock draft. But give me your grade on that down below right now. Okay, before we go ahead and keep going, again, make sure you guys are subscribed to Falcons Today, our brand new Falcons official Chat Sports YouTube channel here at youtube.com/Falcons TV. We are trying to get to 2,000 subs as quickly as possible, and currently we sit at 1,659 subscribers, and so be one of the next 400 to go ahead and sub. That way we can get to 2,000 subs and start making even more videos for you guys here on the channel. Let's jump into another Falcon news and rumors here, and this comes via Arthur Blank in the Falcoholic, talking about how the Falcons are still unsure about what to do at number 4 overall. So, Arthur Blank was cited in the Falcoholic, talking about Terry Fontenot and Arthur Smith, and how the two have not made up their minds on pick number 4. And this has been talked about the past couple of weeks in the ATL, about how Smith and Fontenot are not butting heads, but a little at odds on what to do, right? Fontenot wants a quarterback, Arthur Smith wants either a weapon or trading back. That's the report that we've been hearing here in Atlanta. Blank apparently is fascinated with the quarterback draft class, which might kind of flip to the Fontenot side of wanting to go ahead and draft a quarterback in this year's draft. Arthur Blank has been quoted basically saying that the Falcons might not be in a top 5 position, hopefully, again, in the near future, and so get your quarterback now is kind of the thought process here right now, even though I still believe that trading down is a massive option and should be the number 1 option for the Atlanta Falcons. Now, here was Arthur Blank to the Falcons' Evan Birchfield, quote, "They're giving all options a fair hearing, which is really important. Haven't made up their minds. I don't believe from my conversations with them. We'll sit down and go over that they're thinking on options like staying where we're at, trading down, probably not trading up, but I would certainly consider all of the options that they are looking at." Here's the deal. Let me just sum this up for you. And I know that there's a lot of smoke and mirrors in terms of different teams in the draft right now. The Falcons' entire draft, I mean, literally everything depends on the 49ers, right? The 49ers do not take Justin Fields, and Justin Fields is there at number 4. I feel very confident based on things I have heard in Atlanta that the Falcons will take Justin Fields. The problem is most people don't think the Falcons are going to have a shot at Justin Fields because the smoke screens around Mac Jones and Trey Lance regarding San Francisco have been widely spread. So a lot of the thinking is that the Niners are lying about taking Jones or Trey Lance. However, there is some solid reporting. I mean, Michael Lombardi of The Athletic said the other day he fully expects the Niners to pass on Justin Fields. He almost guaranteed it in a quote to SiriusXM. So who really knows? But I think it all depends on what happens with Justin Fields. And if he is there, the Falcons will take Justin Fields if he's there. Like 100%. I feel very confident Atlanta will go ahead and take Fields because you can sit him behind Matt Ryan as a former Georgia boy from Kennesaw, Georgia, let him learn and still be the quarterback of the future whenever Matt Ryan inevitably retires, or the Falcons want to go ahead and part ways with that absolutely massive contract. So I feel very confident it will be Fields at 4, but if he's not there, the Falcons are going back. I mean, this whole Kyle Pitts at number 4 overall, I don't buy it. You know, the idea of taking a pass rusher here, I think they go back. Maybe Denver makes a phone call. We heard that report a couple of days ago. Go back to 9, get Denver's second-round draft pick and a first next year, and boom, you are good to go. And I think a lot of Falcon fans would be very excited about that as well. I'll end on this. Who will the Falcons draft in round 1, right? Do you have a prediction? Is it trading up? Is it trading down? Is it Pitts? Is it somebody else? Let me know down below in the comments section right now.